topic, which is the Deshaun Watson. He has a new destination that he also claims is his favorite. So with that being said, Trey, you want to go ahead and let us know who that new contender or that new trade target is?
Yes, Deshaun Watson came out. Well, not him specifically, but his representation, more or less, came out and pretty much he listed the New York Jets as his preferred destination at one. The Miami Dolphins being would be his second choice if he had to decide where he would get traded. So kind of head scratching to me because if I'm looking at organizational wise, I can't say that the Jets are a better organization right now than Houston is, but I get it. I guess at this point he's just done and tired of Houston altogether. He doesn't want to be there no matter what. I've even heard the whole thing that, the whole thing with Eric Bieniemy. At this point, even if the Texans were to sign him, there's no guarantee that Deshaun Watson even wants to be like at this point, from what I'm hearing, he's just done. There's nothing that they can do at this point that's going to fix that relationship. They messed it up. He wants to get traded. He wants to be out. He hasn't returned their phone calls in like a month at this point. It's there's no fixing that relationship. The Jets, though, trying to look at the positives here. So, because it reportedly came out that the Texans aren't necessarily, they don't necessarily want Tua in a trade. So you could take that off the board as far as like the potential Miami to Houston trade deal. So they would have to add something else along with picks because Tua wouldn't be something that the Texans are apparently interested in. Now the Jets have the second pick, so you still have that draft compensation there. So I can see the Jets. New York is a good market to play in. It's a big market, but there's not a lot around there besides. I mean, okay, you trade for him, you have Deshaun Watson. Boom. Kind of what I've been saying about Darnold. I mean, I don't think Darnold's as bad as he looks, but what has he really had to work with? Now, I do believe that Deshaun Watson is better, that he can make more out of nothing in a sense, but you essentially feel like you wasted a year of your career in Houston this year. Why go to a team where you probably essentially going to waste that first year or two going to the Jets? You go to Miami, we're a game out of you're a game out of the playoffs already, so you add Watson on that team as is. Forget the fact that they have money to spend some money as well as draft assets. But just right now, the team, looking at the team as it's set up for 2020, how it was set up, you put Watson on that team, they're a playoff team. Now, do they make a deep run? That's to be said, but they're a playoff team as is constructed right now. It's not going to take much work. The Jets, they're going to need some work. So that's just me. But I mean, I guess I get it market wise and just the fact that he's just done with Houston at this point. There's nothing's going to make him stay in Houston at this point.
All right, Spence.
Why would you go to another oven from the last oven just to get burned again? Why? Why the Jets? Like I said, I understand marketing and all that, but let's talk about football real quick. Let's knock off all social media marketing chances you can get in New York. Let's mark all that off. You had a team that almost went completely goose egg in 15. They have the second round pick now. So cool. So Trey, you're there in Bomb, you're in New York. Who's your top scoring option? Oh yeah, a guy that should have been retired 4 years ago. And this is what you got to work with? Jamal Adams is gone. So the top defensive presence is not even there.
You traded Avery Williamson away. You traded Bell away.
You traded Bell away. Crowder's now not gone.
Go.
Anderson's on the Panthers. So the whole wide receiving core is still probably brand new. The only person that's probably been there for a while is Mims, and I think Mims is about to be gone. So are you guys really focusing on the Allen Robinson thing? Are y'all trying to get Allen Robinson too? And maybe that too will work. But if they're not getting another offensive weapon for him to at least throw it more than 50 yards, he's screwed. You went to a team that didn't make the playoffs to a team that can even look at the playoffs. Like, why?
I mean, you got to also factor in Adam Gase won't be there this year, so
right. So it's a brand new coaches,
better.
Right, new coach, new better system. So I don't know, but whatever.
Oh,
like you said, if you put him in the Dolphins last year, boom, we're a playoff team. You're in playoffs. You haven't touched playoffs in a minute. You haven't touched playoffs in a minute, Sean. I know you want to. Just come to us. We'll treat you right. Think about that South Beach sun. You want that South Beach sun. Come on, man. Don't put yourself through the same, because now you're becoming insane. Because you're going to a different organization. Hopefully it will get better. But it's the same situation. Don't do this. You deserve better, Watson. Don't do this.
Yeah, I was just looking over their roster. Yeah,
you have a Dan Marino shirt, man. Come on, man. Argentina look good on you. I promise you, it'll look good on you.
Frank Gore at running back, Rashawn Perriman at receiver. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's as it was constructed this year, but
right.
Yeah, that's not really.
That's not gonna work.
Then again, Deshaun Watson signing there. Maybe some free agents. There are going to be free agents this year. Maybe people.
Maybe they'll. But I'm telling you, we have a better chance. Just come on.
Come on. Just I don't know if I heard it wrong, but did y'all say that Le'Veon Bell was traded?
Well, he signed with the Jets, right?
I mean, he's not.
He got released.
Release, yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to clear that up real quick. But honestly, him going to the Jets or having the Jets as the top destination for him. I mean, I don't like it personally. I think any team that has a potential to trade away trade for Deshaun Watson for draft picks that's already, just missing that quarterback. The Bears, Washington football team, things like that. Teams like that. Northern Saints, even though I would hate that, but just like teams like that where it's like, hey, that it makes all the sense in the world. They have the pieces around them. All they need is a quarterback. But for him to go to the Jets, I'm just like, man, like I think that's a downgrade compared to, where he's at right now with the current situation. Like that's like breaking up with a girl that you with right now, and the girl you get with, she uglier than this one, or a crib and all that. Like she don't take care of kids or whatever the case is. Like it's just a downgrade. Like I just don't see why he would put that as a top destination. I understand that maybe because of the Sam Darnold, maybe that might have some kind of, he's trying to help out the Texans in a way to where, they trade for the second overall pick, Sam Darnold, and I don't know, whatever else, or if that's just enough as is, and, call it a day. But it's just, to me, Deshaun Watson, you should be looking for a team that has a better situation. Miami is not a bad situation at all, but especially since they have, they have a lot of draft capital. But yeah, just choosing the Jets. I don't even know, did the Jets even hiring somebody for their head coach yet?
No.
Yeah, so they gotta.
Don't think. Oh wait. Somebody.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Salah, the 49ers, the dude from San Francisco.
The 49ers defensive coach. Yeah.
So yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, yeah, defensively, I'm sure they'll be okay. But they still have some. They have a lot of holes on that team. I just that's not a good. That's not a good team.
Swiss, that's Swiss cheese over there. Swiss cheese.
That's not something I'll open up my trade clause to. Like, that's not one of the teams. I would open up my team selections to other teams other than the New York Jets. But hey, to each his own. He probably sees something more than what we do. But Brashad Perriman would probably be like the only bright spot just because he's somewhat resemblance to Will Fuller, just because of the speed.
Speed,
but outside of
it.
yeah, that's it.
He definitely can't catch.
Yeah, I don't know. So, yeah, I mean, he stays healthy compared to Will Fuller, so that's the bright side too. But even then, like, I don't know. That's just his whole idea of I'm willing to get traded to the Jets is a bad idea for him. And it all depends on what draft picks they have involved in it too. Because the second overall pick, yeah, I understand. Next year's first, I would be okay with it. And Sam Darnold, okay. But they don't need to be trading with all their picks for Deshaun Watson. Not saying he's not worth it, but it's just they have so many holes that
they're gonna need those.
Yeah, they need those. They need whoever they sign in free agency. They need to make those count. They need to hit on those. But yeah, so that's my take on that.
Another thing, real quick here before we move to the next segment or topic. Breaking news: the Lions and Matthew Stafford have mutually agreed to part ways, so they are about to start exploring trade options. So
wow.
I know we just had this whole discussion about Haskins, but
Matt's free.
But if Ben, if you want to retire, Ben, hey, I would not be opposed.
Don't do it.
You drop Matt Stafford in our offense right now. And I mean, you can still have Haskins develop. You can still have him sit there. But hey, there's some options.
Yeah, because Stafford is on his way out too. So
Stafford, I feel like Stafford got a good 3 to 4 years left in him.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But it's about time he goes to contender too.
Wow. Go ahead, head over to Detroit. That's a better situation.
Wow.
Not by much.
Matt Stafford is free. Wow.
So I mean, we'll talk about that. I'm sure a little bit later at a later time.
That's crazy.
Literally, just the news just broke right now. January 23rd, 2021 at about 6:40 p.m. Eastern. So literally the news just broke. I just got an update on my phone. So just wanted to share that real quick. Pretty sure it's going to be a crazy offseason. We're going to hear about a lot of different trades and we'll be here to break those down. But the fact that it's mutual and they are both looking for, I can think of a couple places right now, some of the same places Vick named. San Francisco wouldn't be bad for Stafford.
No.
The Bears, definitely, boom, right there.
Yeah.
That's in division?
Would they do it? Probably not, but I'm just
no.
We're just
talking listen. I got you. Listen, I got you because I said Watson to the Colts. So hey,
Stafford to the Colts.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
That would make sense.
That would be great.
Good offensive line. Yep, perfect.
Good running game.
Hey, it's options out here.
That'd be great.
And I mean, if he goes to one of these contenders, I mean, he put some of these people over the hump, I think.
Yeah.
And he finally has like a solid team around him at this point because he had, him and Megatron, they made the playoffs together, but it's just like literally it was just pretty much just them playing catch.
Yeah.
He ain't never really had like a team around him. But I mean, with that being said, though, we can go ahead and move on to the next topic.
All right.